It's confirmed we have 3 more rounds to this brand new 2020 F1 calendar. It was announced just a few minutes ago, and it's going to start with round 11 at the German Grand Prix. It's not going to be at Hockenheim, it's going to be the Nürburgring, the Grand Prix layout, of course, because the Notchlife is not prepared for F1 racing in these days. And then we're going to have my country in Portugal, in Algarve at the Portimão circuit, and then we're going to have a third round at Italy. It's going to be at Imola, so I'm really looking forward to see how it's going to be the racing in these 3 tracks, and really happy for Portugal having Formula 1 back. I think the last round, the last race that we had at the Portuguese Grand Prix was in '96, if I am not wrong, but this is really good news for Portugal. But I'm going to talk about my opinions and what this can be good for the motorsport in Portugal, and talking about the tracks and if they can provide good racing. Welcome to another video, guys. My name's Tom, and yeah, I'm here to giving my opinion. I like to making these kind of videos, so if you enjoy, make sure to smash like a scratch, and if you see plenty more of these kind of videos, me giving my opinion and my predictions about the world of Formula 1. I might start to make these videos more often when the silly season starts to be a little bit more hotter. So already I had 2 rounds at Austria, just to giving a little bit of context of what is happening and what is the new calendar if you're not familiarized with Formula 1. We already had 2 rounds at Austria at the same circuit, the Red Bull Ring. We had Hungary, then we're going to have a double header at Silverstone, then Spain, Belgium, Italy at Monza, and then another round in Italy, but this time it's going to be at Mugello. And then in September, at the end of September, we're going to have the Sochi at Russia, which is a track that is absolutely awful. I hate that track. They could remove that one, but no, let's keep that one. Then Formula 1 is going to come back to the Nürburgring. The last race that we had, it was back in 2013, still in the V8 era, and it's going to be at Germany, obviously. Then Portugal is back to Formula 1 at Portimão. It's going to be between the 23rd and 25th of October. And then at the moment, the last round is going to be Italy at Imola. But remember that is not going to be the final calendar. This is provisional. For sure that we're going to have more calendar races, especially places such as Azerbaijan, Abu Dhabi and Bahrain. But at the moment is what we have at the moment, 13 rounds in this calendar. And it's confirmed that the race in Americas is not going to happen. So we're not going to have Brazil, United States, Mexico and Canada. That's a bit unfortunate, but in that continent things are not really looking good when it comes to this pandemic. But yeah, like I said, I'm really happy to see Formula 1 back to Portugal. It's my country, it's far from my home. Like I live in the north of Portugal and the Algarve is in the south, so it's quite far from my home, and it's confirmed that it's going to be behind closed doors, so there's no way that I'm going to watch this Grand Prix. Maybe if it come back, which I don't think so. I think the Portuguese Grand Prix, this is from my point of view. If someone is Portuguese, don't be mad with me. This is just my opinion, okay? I want to be as realistic as I can. It would be a dream to have the Portuguese Grand Prix once again in normal conditions with the public and all that stuff, but I think the Portuguese Grand Prix this year, and I think it's going to be more of a unscramble, because I think we don't have the money that the other countries have to keep the racing here. Maybe I'm wrong and Portugal is going to give me a slap on the face, but our country don't have as much money as the other countries have. But this would be really good for Portugal, because I think in terms of motorsport, I think things are really not good here, and I think it's a thing that we need, is that we need the Portuguese drivers, really good ones, racing in feeder series like such as Formula 3, Formula 2, European Formula 4, for example, Formula a lot of open wheel feeder series. We need drivers from Portugal, and we need people to invest in these drivers, and this is going to be really good, maybe for the Portuguese companies to start to think that the Formula 1 is a great market to invest in. With that, we can bring Portuguese drivers. I'm not saying already Formula 1, but to the feeder series, it would be definitely a great start. But like I said, this is just my opinion. Maybe I'm being a little bit utopic, and maybe I'm being a little bit harsh when it comes to that we're going to have just this year, and once the pandemic is over, the other countries are going to take the place. Everything is going to come back to normal, and the Portuguese Grand Prix in the 21st century happened because of special conditions, if I can say like that. But I'm really looking forward to see if this Portimão circuit can provide good racing. I might do a video on the Seto Corsa, trying this circuit on the F1 cars, as well for Nürburgring and Imola. That would be a great idea for a video, so let me know in the comments if you would like to see this on the channel. But let's start with Nürburgring. So I think it has a good history of good racing in the past few years, but will it work for modern Formula 1? we'll see. It has a lot of corners, it has some straights, but I think not many straights. So it's going to be a little bit questionable if he's going to provide good racing or not, because it's a circuit with a lot of corners, and I think he's not going to provide that much good racing. Portimão, I think is quite the contrary. It has a huge straights, it has a lot of fast corners, so that is going to provide dirty air, but the start finish rate is absolutely huge. I've never raced in a simulator, I've just seen some videos. I have a friend that already went to a track day, and he says that it's one of the best tracks that he's ever driven, and it was me to judge because I never went there. So maybe I'm feeling a little bit more confident when it comes to good racing in Portimão. Estoril was a candidate as well, but that track is not ready for more than Formula 1 racing. So just so you guys know, Estoril was a candidate. And IMOLA, I don't know, because it's a weird circuit for Formula 1 nowadays, because it's a spectacular circuit, don't get me wrong. I've driven so many times on the Seto Corsa, but it has a lot of corners. The start finish straight is huge. It's just have a little right and a little left before the first chicane. But despite that, after that, there's a lot of corners, and that is going to not provide good racing. So maybe the only overtake opportunity is going to be the start-finish straight. But like I said, these predictions about the circuits are being like a shot in the dark. So I don't have any sort of clear clue if how the races are going to be. But this is definitely great news. If you told me that Portugal would be in Formula 1 in February or March, I would be laughing in your face. But there it is. We're going to have a Portuguese Grand Prix. Unfortunately, not going to be able to watch it. I don't know if I was going to watch it in the grandstand. I think I wasn't going to watch the race because of the circumstances that we're passing. I wasn't going to risk to be infected, you know. Or maybe I would be, because we will have a lot of precautions. But who knows, this can be a really good start to have Portugal back in Formula 1, even when everything comes back to normal. But I think it's not going to be a thing that is going to happen. There's a lot of countries with way much better financial capacity than Portugal. But like I said, I can be wrong. It's just my point of view. So let me know your thoughts as well. If you're Portuguese, don't be mad, it's just my point of view. Maybe I wasn't being a little bit too harsh, but I always like to be as realistic as I can. But yeah, in a nutshell, I'm really happy. I'm really curious to see how these tracks are going to be, and the new one that is going to be Mugello. And I think that's going to be pretty much it. I think we're not going to have any more new tracks. After that, we're going to have Bahrain and Abu Dhabi, and a few others like Azerbaijan, China. But I'm really looking forward to see how these tracks are going to be. I'm going to do videos on the Seto course, like I said in the beginning of this video, to see how the tracks feel in a Formula 1 car. I'm not going to do now because now I'm focusing on F1 2020 content. But yeah, I made this short video just to let you guys know my thoughts, and let me know your thoughts as well in the comment section below. Make sure to smash like, subscribe, and if new to see plenty more Formula 1 content, and these my opinion videos, and probably I'm going to start to do more once the silly season start to get a little bit more hot. Starting to see some moves here or there. If Vettel goes to Aston Martin and Perez goes out of F1, but I always like to know your feedback, of course. So that's the video today, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time, but for now, it's goodbye.